Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video. Alright, so this is the closed beta test at the time of me recording this. The game is not yet officially launched. The game is supposedly launching in somewhere around April if I'm not mistaken. Whatever footage that you see right here is going to be based on the beta version. So this is not indicative of the final game. There might be some changes that will happen later on. But I'm going to try my best to show you as much as I can in this video. Hopefully to give you guys a better idea, because I know a lot of you guys are really excited to look forward to Honkai Star Rail. And is this going to be the game of 2023? So let's find out. Now, first things first, Honkai Star Rail is a little bit different than Genshin in terms of the exploration. So how you move in Genshin is like it's an open world, but in this game it's more like a closed dungeon. You move alongside this dungeon, so let me teleport to a different one. You can see right now if I come here, so this is going to be a different dungeon altogether. It's not interconnected, so you can teleport along these spaces. So you move in this somewhat, I would say, a smaller space. So it's not exactly open world. And depending on where you're trying to go to or traverse to, let me show you guys, for example, in a different planet. Same applies for the city as well, right? Now this is like the town area. So you can explore. Obviously, there are some chests. There are some things that you can get, etc. Exploration is much more revolved around a century of this. Now, in terms of the characters, you can use up to 4 characters. So right now you can see this is March 7, you get her for free. And then you get Serval, she's a 4-star, very good. A lot of characters, 4 stars are very strong as well. And then we have Welt, which I got as a 5-star. Natasha, which I think is the best healer in the game for Honkai Star Rail. She's like the equivalent of Barbara, and I think she's like a pretty crucial unit. Highly recommend you guys to build her when she's physical though, physical based. So in terms of attacking, number 1, you cannot jump. There's no jump button, alright? So if you press the space bar, you can only move, you can sprint. And that's pretty much how the controls are. And then you can attack. So this attack doesn't do anything if you're not trying to encounter enemies. So, but if you were to attack or engage in a battle, then the attack is going to give you a bonus. So let me see if I can show you. For example, as an enemy right here, this is a robot. So notice there's this level 39 petrol machine, and then you can see 3 elements on the guy's below the guy's name. So there's electric and the wind type, and that one is called imaginary. For example, Welt has that element. So if you attack enemy with these characters, for example, either Welt, which is imaginary damage, or Serval, which is electric damage, so you will be able to get bonus. So you also have one thing called technique. So notice this thing right here. Let me move away from the enemy and I can show you guys. If I press E,
can't stop the rock.
So that's a technique, and it uses a bar, right? So this thing right here, and then basic attack. So technique is built into the skill. So what does technique do? Each character will have their own tangible technique, what they can do per se. Right here you can see immediately attacks the enemy after entering battle, deals lightning damage equal to 50% of Serval's attack, which is my character's attack, to a random enemy, and all enemies have 100% base chance to become shocked. Alright, so you can either use basic attack or you can use technique. So let me go near, and then we're going to try to use our technique. And then notice the word weakness there. So when you enter, notice they all get shocked at the beginning and they are all stunned, etc. So yeah, this is like a very good battle system. I do like the approach right here. So you get the tangible benefit if you are trying to... It gives you the sense that, okay, you're interacting in the real world as well before you enter the battle, what you should do. Now, in battle, you can see you can use mouse and keyboard. Right now I'm playing on PC, right? So it's pretty straightforward. You can choose your target. Everyone has either a basic attack, a skill, or an ultimate skill, and that's pretty much it. It's very simple, but when it comes to elements, it's going to be a bit more complicated. So for example, Welt's skill, which is this one right here, you can see, you can basically pretty much read the description. Imaginary damage to random enemies. This attack can bounce 3 times with a chance of slowing hit to the enemies. Alright, so let me use, every time you use a skill, it's going to consume one of these things called the skill points. Notice I have 5 skill points, so if I use a skill, so now I have 4 skill points. So how do you build skill points? You gotta use basic attack. So not everyone will have the ability to use skill. If everyone just spam the skill, then you will run out of skill points eventually. So some of your characters, you will have to plan to use the basic attack. So for example, right now, if I use skill, so this goes down to 3. But if I use basic attack, this goes up to 4. You can see right there, right? So pretty straightforward. Now let me show you guys some of the ultimate skill. Ultimate skill is what is going to make or break the combat, right? So right now I have Welt's ultimate skill, so I can show you guys. So enemies can attack you first, so you gotta be careful. Like this enemy is running towards you, so you just make sure to not get hit, or just make sure you are the one hitting the enemy, or else the enemy will start moving first. Notice in this battle I'm always constantly moving first, and this guy is stunned, right? So pretty straightforward. The good thing about ultimate is it doesn't consume a turn. So at the top left right there, you can straight up see the order of your characters in terms of your movement speed, and this will affect your character to move in that particular order. So right now Natasha is moving, followed by Welt, followed by Serval, and then we have March 7th, and then the enemies are going to move then. So there's no rush for me to try to use my ultimate skill. You know, you can always plan accordingly. Alright, so right now, before March is about to move, I usually like to save my ultimate skill. So ultimate skill doesn't take a turn, right? So right now, supposedly March is supposed to move, but if I use Serval's ultimate skill, you can see if I press 1 right there.
Ready to lose yourself?
Alright, we're gonna activate her skill right here.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
So this is an AoE skill. She's one of the better electric type. She might be the only electric type that I have access to right now. I don't have access to all the characters, right? But you can see definitely Serval is very, very strong, right? She's able to dish out AoE damage to the enemies. So battle system, I think so far is pretty straightforward. I think there's nothing too complicated right there. Now let's talk about dailies. Since this is a gacha game, at the end of the day, every single day you're gonna log in, you're gonna do dailies, similar to Genshin. Now how is the dailies here? Fortunately, I think the dailies here are even faster than Genshin's one, but keep in mind whatever that you see right here is going to be based on the closed beta test. I'm not sure if the final version of the game is going to have a little bit of changes. So complete Forgotten Hall one time, use consumable one time, salvage any relic, clear Cavern of Corrosion one time, and complete daily mission. So you get this one, you get 200 points, this one you get 100 points. So you just need to get up to 500 points, which is the last one for you to get this one, which is the premium currency, the so-called Primogems, but in this game it's called Stellar Jets. So you're trying to get as much Stellar Jets as you can. So every single day you'll be able to get 10 here in the 100 points, 10 here, 20, 30, 45, and 60. So 60 Stellar Jets every single day. So dailies are, I would say, fairly important. That's going to be your premium source to get characters. Now, how fast is any of this? The thing is, it's not fixed, alright? So just like in Genshin's dailies. So today I managed to get salvage any relic, clear Cavern of Corrosion. Tomorrow I might get something else. You know, like there's always different variants. So as you guys can see, the format is pretty straightforward. You can see right here, this is the place where you can use your so-called resin, but in this game it's called Trailblaze Power. So Trailblaze Power are these circular orb thing. So it will regenerate 1 point every 6 minutes. Right, so you can basically use this, you know, farm every single thing. Right here, this is the EXP materials for your characters. This is the EXP material for light cones. Alright, so light cone is like the equivalent of weapon in this game. And then for credits, which is like your gold, right? So one thing I like about the game is it has auto. So yeah, let's see if I can show you guys the auto. So there's this button right here. Let me turn off my face cam. I think it's blocking. So this is the auto button. This is a ×2 button. So let's enable this. So when you click auto, basically the AI will just do everything for you. Alright, so the auto in this game is pretty good, I would say. Alright, it's like if you are somewhat in the power requirement of the enemy, like you should be able to do it no problem whatsoever. Like you can see, even though this one they say the challenge is too low, but all the characters are able to do things as they should, right? So in terms of shield, enemies will have the shield on top of their bar, and you need certain specific element to be able to remove the shield. So this game is good or bad depending on how you look at it. The good thing is it encourages you to build multiple characters. Now that can be a good or bad thing depending on how you look at it. I personally do like it. I like to be able to build multiple characters and, you know, try multiple teams of characters. And that's what I love about gacha games in general, just the team building aspect of it. So if you don't like to build lots of characters, you only like to build like a few certain characters, this game is gonna feel way more difficult because you need to destroy the shield. Alright, that's something that you want to take note of. to be able to remove enemies' shield. So yeah, these are the artifacts, 4-star, these ones, and then we have these are the 3 stars one, right? So keep in mind, once you ascend into the late game, you'll be able to farm the yellow artifacts. Now, let's talk about the last thing before we end the video, Gacha. So right now we have this Swirl of Heavenly Spear for this character Jing Yuan. Alright, he's the featured one, and then we also have this thing which is like the equivalence of weapon, it's called Light Cone, right? And this is the standard banner. Exact same with Genshin if you have played that before, in terms of the PT and everything. So you can see success rate 50%. This is the rate up character for 5-star. This is the rate up character for 4-star, right? So yeah, you can see listed right here. The chance of obtaining 5-star and 4-star characters are going to be 0.6%. Of course, consolidated chance including is 1.6%. So every 90 guarantees a 5-star character. So the first time you obtain the 5-star character is going to be 50-50. So similar concept with 10 multiples. So this is how the summoning animation is going to be like. I have plenty of summons that I've done prior. I'm going to make that on a separate video. So if you see purple, it's 4-star. If you see yellow, it's 5-star. So this is a 4-star. So it could be a light cone, depending. It could be a character. So let's see who do we get right here. So we got Herta. I already got her. She's an ice element similar to March 7th. So that's going to be my second copy. I haven't built Herta yet. So I'm kind of curious if she's going to be, you know, strong. And plenty of 3-star. Okay, so I only got 1 Her-star. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys, in terms of Honkai Star Rail. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, I know a lot of players are really excited to look forward to this game. If there's anything that you want me to make a video specifically on, let me know in the comment section below. I'll try my best to see what I can do. Right, as always, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.